All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with our typical warm-up, a couple different stretches here, but the first one we got is just our world's greatest stretch, so should be somewhat familiar with this one. It's just starting off in push-up position. We're just gonna step up with a reach, and then we're gonna alternate sides, getting 4 on each side here. We're doing this one, make sure we're trying to keep that back hip as extended as we can. And last one here. All right, next we're gonna grab our pillow. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put either knee down, doesn't matter which one to start. We're gonna put our opposite arm straight over our head. We're gonna try and pin that shoulder blade back. We're gonna start with rocking forward and then reaching across. And then we'll go back, keeping that same leg, same arm. Let's get 5 rocks and then we'll switch. We'll try to bring that arm to that opposite wall, get really long through our hip, all the way up to our armpit. And last one for this side. Good. All right, go ahead, switch. One more here. Good, all right, next one we got, starting on our butt. Okay, we're going to sit up. Both heels will be pivoted about shoulder width apart. We're gonna grab our arms, put them out in front of us here. All right, we're gonna start in our 90-90 position, so if you have to adjust with the arm, that's fine. All right, so our first step is we're gonna rotate up, keeping this bottom leg down. Once you get to a point where you can't really go any farther, then we're gonna start to pivot all the way to that other side. So by pushing this arm out, we're gonna keep our torso up. Remember, trail legs coming up, pivoting across, nice and slow. Leaning into it. And we're gonna try to get 10 total reps here. Now, if this one is just a little bit too much, that's okay, we can build up to that one. All you're gonna do, start in that same position, just put your arms back, and nice and easy, we're just gonna let those knees fall from side to side here. So just internally and externally rotating the hips. Like I said, we just got 10 reps on this one. All right, once we got all 10, we're going right to our bird dogs. So for these, back to our push-up position. We're just rocking back, so our heels are gonna try to hit that ground. And we're gonna push forward, back to our push-up position. So each time we're getting real long through our hamstrings, a little stretch in that low back area. We're gonna get 6 of these. And last one here. All right, nice work. And then next one we got, we're gonna lay on the ground, grab our pillow again. So try to put that top knee on the ground, bottom leg is straight. Okay, so again, top knee on the pillow, bottom leg straight. We're gonna put our hands straight out ahead of us, right? First step is we're gonna rotate this top hand over, sweep all the way around the head without losing contact with the knee and the pad here. And then we're gonna sweep it back. We got five sweeps. After you get your 5 sweeps, go ahead and turn it over. Hopefully each time you'll get a little bit more range of motion. Try not to hold your breath on this one. A little exhale at the end helps. All right, as soon as you're done with those, go ahead and grab your light band. We're gonna get our shoulder warm up in. So first one we got, we're gonna front raise pull apart. So up to 90, across the chest, in and down. Up to 90, across the chest, in and down. Okay, we're gonna get 12 reps here. As soon as you're done with those, we're gonna go dislocates next. So we're gonna grab that band, going over and back for 12 reps again. Full range of motion, trying to bring it right behind that low back area. Keep those arms straight. All right, next one. After you get those, we're gonna grab that band. We're gonna go palms up here, and then we're gonna externally rotate with the shoulders, excuse me. So we're here, pulling it across our belly button, and then back in for 12. And then our last one before we move into our workout here, we're gonna grab our band, put it behind our shoulders, then we're gonna go press, 3 shrugs. All right, so it's gonna be a press, 3 shoulder shrugs, and then back in. Make sure when we're shrugging, we're not bringing our shoulders up, right? We wanna pin it back and forward. All right, so press, 3 shrugs, and then in. Let's get 5 reps on this one. All right, so once we get all those, okay, we're gonna grab a quick sip of water. I'm gonna run you guys through our first round of exercises. Then what you'll be able to do is you'll just be able to pause that video, go ahead and complete the remaining rounds, and then we'll go ahead and move on to each separate superset where you'll be able to, again, pause, complete the rounds, and then play the video so that you'll be able to keep up pace, right? So I'm just gonna show the first round for each one, and I'll show all the modifications as needed. So what we're gonna do for our first one is we're gonna go elevated bridge hold with a dumbbell press. So what that's gonna be is we're going to have our back flat onto a surface here, so it could be your couch. All right, we're gonna squeeze our glutes and then we're gonna press. So just coming up like that. Everybody at home should have a dumbbell or something that they can press. We're just gonna go all on the one side and then we'll switch. All right, notice my hips aren't sagging or dropping at all. We wanna keep those hips fully extended the whole time. All right, so that one is gonna be our first exercise. We're gonna go ahead and try to complete 8 to 10 reps there. So I'll give you a few minutes or a few seconds to go ahead and do that. So I'll focus on keeping those hips up nice and high, core staying engaged, and then we're pressing, not flaring that elbow out. We want to keep it in somewhat, almost like a 45-degree angle. So 8 to 10 reps there per side. Once you're done, we're gonna go ahead and grab our light band again. All right, we should be close to completing that one. Like I said, with our light band, we're gonna go ahead and stand on it. We're basically just gonna do a 90-90 rotation. So we're gonna start with our elbows wide. We're gonna rotate up over the head and then back down, okay? So pulling up, rotate, down, down. All right, we're looking at 6 reps for this one. As we rotate up, we don't wanna bring our hands in. We wanna kind of keep that band spread apart. So think of pulling the band apart as we rotate. Right above the head and then down. 6 reps. If you don't have a band at home that's making that very comfortable, you can just do this one, just body weight. But what I'd like you to do is just kind of double those reps. That way we're still getting a good amount of work in. All right, next one we're gonna try bird dogs. This time just with a band. So all that's gonna mean is we're not gonna alternate each time. We're just gonna keep all 6 on the right and left, and then left and right after that. So the way we'll set this one up is we're gonna double loop this around our foot. We're gonna bring it through the middle of our body, like this, and then it'll go on our hand. So as I extend my leg and hand, that band's stretching, hold, and then back in. All right, we're gonna get 5 on the left, and then 5 on the right. Remember, we want to keep our core engaged the whole time. Back is nice and flat. Head is neutral. If we look up or down, that's going to affect where our spine curves. So just try to keep that head as neutral as you can. Once you get all 5, we're switching sides. So again, loop, double loop, band goes in the middle of the body to the opposite hand. So that'll conclude that first round. So like I said, you can go ahead and pause this video at this time and then move through the next couple rounds. Just remember, for the bird dogs, we're only gonna do 3 rounds. The other ones we got 4. So go ahead and hit pause, and then we'll come back. I'm gonna go ahead and start the next round in a minute here. All right, guys, so this is superset B. What we're gonna do, we're gonna grab our dumbbell. We've got 2-point rows here. So all we're gonna do for a 2-point rows, that means we're just not gonna have our hands to support us. So we're gonna start by picking up our dumbbell. We're gonna hinge at the waist, keeping that back nice and flat. Then we're gonna row from this position here. Okay, we're looking at 8 reps, squeezing it up, and then we'll alternate sides. So that's our 2-point row. Give you a couple seconds to go ahead and complete that one. When you're done, go ahead and grab our band. All right, so for our band overhead tricep extension, we're gonna step on our band with one leg or one foot. Go in here, keeping that elbow kind of tucked in, and then we're going to just extend our elbow straight overhead and then back down. Okay, so we're gonna go 12 reps for this one, just extending. Play with the tension that you get on the band just by choking down on it if you want some more. So you should feel a nice burn right through those triceps. And then we'll switch arms. So putting it on the other leg, pulling it behind the back, keeping that elbow nice and high. And we got 12 extensions here. Now, for some reason, if that overhead motion is kind of giving you some trouble, all you need to do is you just grab this band, pin it to your chest, and then we'll just go ahead and extend from the elbow here. We're still getting those triceps a little bit of work. Keep that same amount of reps. Just squeeze it down, hold, and then back in. All right, and then the last one for superset B is we have our 2-way lunge. This one's pretty tough, so what I'll show you is you can either do this with body weight, grab your dumbbell, or we can make it even simpler by just doing a split squat. But our 2-way lunge is gonna look like this. Start with hands on the hips, going forward, and then we're gonna drive all the way back so that there's no middle step right to our reverse lunge. So forward, drive it back. Okay, so you gotta stabilize through that hip, squeeze those glutes. All right, we're gonna go 5 over and backs on the left, 5 over and backs on the right. If we're gonna grab a dumbbell, all it's gonna look like is this. So we're stepping here, pushing off, no middle step. Okay, make sure you're taking an appropriate length of a step so that you're not overextended or you're not too short where you're gonna go over your toes. The other way we can do this one, if you don't wanna do that step, is just drop straight down into our split squat. All right, if we're doing that split squat, let's try to get about 8 on each side, okay? So just increasing those reps, not quite double, but add a couple reps to it. So that's our 2-way lunge or our split squat. Those are your 3 exercises for superset B. So in a second, go ahead and pause this video, complete all 3 rounds, and then we'll come back and we'll do our 3 rounds of superset C. So take a minute, pause it, and get those 3 rounds in. All right, guys, we're back for our 3rd superset. Halfway through this workout, maybe a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our band to start. We're gonna step on it like this. And for our upright rows, all we're gonna do is we can cross here, and we're just gonna pull it up towards our chin and then back down, okay? So the way we can kind of alter this resistance is just to step on either more of the band or choke down on it, or a combination of the both. We're just pulling up elbows high and then back down. So we're looking at 12 to 15 reps here, depending on your band resistance. Squeezing those elbows up. keep working through all of those. Next one we got is just our push-ups, but we're gonna add a little reach to it. So what that's gonna look like is, if we're doing a regular push-up, pretty straightforward. It'll be 10 total reps. So it'll be a push-up, reach, push-up, reach forward. And if you want to use like a couch or something that you can touch, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, we got 10 reps there. 2 ways we can kind of alter this one is to do this with your hands elevated. So it would be push-up, reach, push-up, reach. And the purpose for this is just a little extra added shoulder stability there, so that as we take that arm away, that one shoulder has to stabilize, and use a little extra strength to kind of keep your body from turning, right? So push up, reach up, keep that core tight. Another little trick is you can widen those feet if that helps. So play around with those, and then I'll give you a couple seconds. So 10 total reps there. Make sure as we're doing those push-ups, that body's staying in a straight line. We don't want to start to let that butt creep up. We want to keep everything nice and flat. Next one we got is our single leg RDLs. So working on our hinge pattern here. We're going to stand on our band. All right, we're going to keep our hips, shoulders square to the ground as we kind of hinge at the waist. So this leg is going to come back at the same time my hips are breaking and my chest is dropping. And we're going to pull using our glutes to stand back to where we started. All right, so control it coming down and then pull with that one leg coming back. So we got 8 on each leg here. A lot of reps. So the first thing that we want to focus on is not going to be adding weight to this one. I really want you guys to try to focus on balancing all the way through this movement, keeping everything nice and tight through our leg. All right, focus on where our spine is, so having a good idea that we're not rounding over, we're not looking down at our feet. We want to keep our eyes about 5 yards ahead of us. Kind of locking onto that target. All right, and then the goal is going to be just to kind of get that chest parallel to the ground, and that's where we'll stop. So let's get 8 on each leg for those. And like we have for the previous 2 videos, we're gonna do 3 rounds total. Go ahead and just pause this video, and then we'll move into the last superset of the day. So again, we got 12 to 15 on those upright rows. We got 10 total reps on the push-ups, and then 16 total reps on the RDLs, 8 on each side. So go ahead and hit pause right now, and then I'll show you the next one in about 20 seconds. All right, guys, last 3 exercises for the day. Hopefully we're moving through this workout at a pretty good pace. Again, we want to try to keep this whole workout in about a 45 to 50 minute window. So make sure as you're doing these in the future days and weeks that you're kind of timing yourself and keeping up with that same pace that we were working at before we started the Zoom. So again, this first exercise that we're going to do is just our wall sit. Pretty straightforward. A couple things that we can think about is we want to get our hips down to 90 degrees, right? We want to put our weight onto our toes so that our toes, or put our weight onto our heels so our toes are up, back is straight, and we're going to count to 30. Nice and slow, so 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, all the way up to 30. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of time. Go ahead and work through that. So keeping that core tight. Those legs should be burning. Squeeze those glutes. the time we get to 30, what you're gonna do is just gonna grab your light to medium band. Some of you guys could probably even do that heavy band, depending on how strong you are. I'll use a light band. All right, so we should be close to 30 seconds at this point. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do an ISO curl hold. So pretty fancy terms for just doing half a rep and holding it. So on our curl, we're gonna do 20 seconds. We're gonna hold it. Okay, really try to get a lot of tension. I wanna keep that elbow at 90 degrees. So right here, and you're just gonna squeeze it. Try and stay in perfect position. My biceps doing a lot of work right now. Okay, we can also do this with your dumbbell if you want. We're just going 20 seconds, squeezing it. Three, two, and one, done. All right, go ahead and get that other side. We got 20 seconds here. All right, got about 15 to go. Three, two, and done. And then our last hold for this last set is just our plank hold. We can do this with our hands elevated if we'd like, or we'll just do a traditional plank, keeping that back flat. Hands are separated. Okay, we want to focus on trying to bring our elbows down towards our toes and our toes up towards our elbows. Just kind of increasing that tension through the core. And we're gonna go 30 seconds here. So I'll start my clock. Ready and go. And the alternative to not being able to hold that plank is just to have your elbows up onto your couch. But try to do a regular plank if you can. Halfway through. And time. All right, so that's one round. We're gonna go right back into our wall sits, our ISO curls, and then our front planks. The goal is to try to get 3 to 4 rounds through of all these exercises. But other than that, that's the workout for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Also, don't forget about our Zoom. If you guys wanna do some one-on-one training where we can actually coach you, that's also a good option too that we kind of rolled out this week. So other than that, you guys have a good day. Get those 2 to 3 rounds in, or 3 to 4 rounds in, as I said, and we'll see you guys next time.